Yesterday, Diddy was raided by Coastal. That means that both of his mansions, one in Miami and one in Los Angeles, were raided. But among all of that happening with the Homeland Security forces arresting people, including his two sons, it seemed to be that Diddy was busy either throwing people off or traveling down south. Now, we don't quite know where he's at this very moment, but we do know that there are a lot of things happening at the same time, including Prince Harry, that is now implicated in this whole thing. How the heck did this happen? Well, we're going to go through a few updates of the Diddy saga, what's going on, where he could be, some confusion with TMZ reporting as well, and just some details elaborating on Prince Harry being implicated in all of this. With that being said, hold on to your butts, secure your wigs, stay right there. We're going to go through it. Countless people are mistaking private browsing tabs as a way to stay anonymous online. Even with private browsing mode enabled, you can still be tracked by websites and internet service providers. That's why I've been using Virtual Shield VPN and absolutely love it. Thanks to Virtual Shield's help, I'm able to browse the internet anonymously, which protects myself, my data, my finances from cyber criminals, ISPs, rogue tech companies, or data mining giants. To start browsing the internet anonymously, use my link in the description below and you'll get a 67% off with a 60-day risk-free trial of Virtual Shield. That's virtualshield.com/NatalieDenise. All right, so yesterday, early evening, I saw many tweets, many people indicating that P. Diddy's private jet was traveling out of California and down south. First, it was reported to Cape Verde, and then it was reported to Antigua, I guess the islands around that area. So I'm not quite sure. I can't be 100% if this is true, but it seems to be that nobody has debunked this per se, and nobody's really saying anything about P. Diddy's whereabouts. Now, I do have something to say about that because it's a bit confusing that his flight tracker, indicates that he flew out of California down south, but then TMZ actually, again, you guys know, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know my skepticism about TMZ. Not everything, of course, but a lot of their posts. Anyway, long story, but I just have my skepticisms about TMZ. But it seems to be that they were on the scene while the raid was happening. They were a street level view, and also, within that mix, they also captured footage of him at Miami airport pacing back and forth. Now, does it seem a bit calculated? In my personal opinion, it does seem a little bit calculated because, again, his flight tracker is showing his private jet going from flying out of California down south to Latin America. And then it seems to be that footage is either him or TMZ trying to throw everybody off, right? So I don't know. I don't know how to clarify that. I don't know what to say about that, but that is where we stand right now. That's what we know, that Diddy's possibly fleeing the country, or he's still in the country hiding and he's just trying to throw people off with his jet. Nobody really knows that part. But with that being said, him fleeing the country, or what seems to be him fleeing the country, on top of him selling his shares from Revolt TV to an anonymous buyer, it's making him look very, very suspect, very guilty automatically. That's my new dog, Sophia. She was a rescue off the highway. She was about to get hit, and it seems to be that her family just abandoned her and dumped her there. Sad story, but made a happy one now. So anyway, let's move it right along. Alongside with Diddy's alleged travels, his alleged drug mule, Brendan Paul, who's 25 years old, was also named in the Rodney Jones lawsuit, has just been arrested at Miami airport. So there's a lot of activity happening, but included in that is Prince Harry being mentioned in the lawsuit. Now, I did see that there was some sort of update yesterday about last night, and I didn't have a Pacer account, so I couldn't quite open up the amendment or the added things to the case, but I would imagine that it was that Prince Harry was mentioned in the lawsuit as it was reported in the news this morning. Now, Prince Harry was mentioned. It does read right here. Mr. Combs was known for throwing the quote best parties. Affiliation with and or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. So in other words, this is saying that there's not necessarily any wrongdoing that is accused of Prince Harry, but rather that, you know, P. Diddy's parties were just so big and elaborate that they would attract even the biggest celebrities and foreign dignitaries like Prince Harry. Now, I did track down an older article by the Daily Beast that cites a quote from P. Diddy where he basically talked about wanting to hang out with Prince Harry once he went back to the UK. And he said, "I'm also hoping to catch up with Prince Harry while I'm there. He's such a cool guy, and it's about time we hung out. I need him to take me to one of those wild Mayfair clubs." Now, of course, retrospectively looking back and with what we know now, this could imply something darker, but of course we don't have evidence or contextual clues, at least that directly implicate Prince Harry in the dirty dealings that are alleged in the latest lawsuit by Rodney Jones. And yes, I'm talking about the freak-offs and the crazy parties and the crazy things that Rodney Jones is alleging that P. Diddy did. So just side note, as I was just checking, because I like to check quotes for full context to make sure that they're not taken apart out of context, I went to the original source, which was from The Sun. And as I visited the link that it was directly linked to, it seems to be that The Sun did delete the article. Why? I have no idea, but here it is. I found it in the archive. You guys can pause this if you want, but really there's nothing that has changed or was different from what was quoted. It's just the fact that this entire article was deleted. Now, do I hope that this blooms a lot more truth about the hip hop industry and what is being alleged as part of like secret societies and things like this? Yes, I do. But it does seem to be that 50 Cent has been pretty fearless about joking about it at the very least, as he has, you know, poked fun at P. Diddy and now at Jay-Z, as he has posted on his Instagram these missing photos or milk cartons of Jay-Z, and, you know, just basically poking fun that he seems to be silent or missing. Maybe 50 Cent knows something that we don't, but I definitely at the very least think that it is kind of curious. Why is he now implying Jay-Z? Maybe he does know something. And to top all of this off, 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐢𝐿, who was a former CEO of Motown Records, seems to have come forward and is basically saying she's going to testify against Diddy if it all comes down to it, just to get her free of the charges or any future implications that might be at hand. So we're going to see. All of this is heating up. It's very spicy. I just wanted to recap a lot of what's happening, what we know, what we could probably theorize on, but really we can't say anything very concretely right now because everything is up in the air. So anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Let me know where else to look, if there's something else you guys want me to talk about in regards to P. Diddy on the run. This is all very interesting stuff, especially with the media manipulation and all this, but we can only do our best. With that being said, thanks guys so much. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Please do comment. Please do like, because it does help the algorithm and it does help me spread the message a lot more widely. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.